People usually ask me this question. When did you become a chef? Why did you become a chef? How did you become a chef? How did it all start? Okay, here we go from the beginning. When I was a kid, I used to watch all the lovely things my mother used to make me. She used to go to cooking classes at school after school hours and bring back all this fantastic food. I loved it so much. Fast forward a few years later, at school, they have work experience. Work experience in the UK at schools. I think you may be like age 14 years of age. They would send kids to real actual jobs to experience the real working world for 2 weeks. Okay, they used to have this big board outside the main office, and it had a list of all the jobs you could do. Most of the kids, they wanted to sweep and clean the grounds of their favorite soccer stadium. I don't know why. And girls tended to want to learn nursing jobs, like working with old people or in hospitals. When I got to view the board, most of the jobs had been gone. The only jobs they had left were jobs that all the girls were going for. So I was kind of stuck at that point, and they asked me, "Do you like cooking in your home economics class, HE?" I says yes. So they went ahead and they spoke to my home economics teacher. Then they spoke to the head canteen lady. At the time, the canteen ladies made everything from scratch. So they came back to me and they says, "Listen, we have an opportunity for you to learn cooking and do work experience in the school canteen. Would you be interested?" I thought to myself, why not? You get to cook, you get to eat. Let's try it. So there's me. They get me chef whites. They put me in the school canteen. I am having to serve all the children in school. At that time, all the kids thought it was funny because way back then when I was a chef, there wasn't really any real celebrity chefs on TV, not really many men chefs on TV neither. I think maybe there was Keith Floyd, that was pretty much it. So most people at that time, they used to think that cooking was a woman's job. Well, so most of the kids used to think that, a lot of them thought it was funny. But there was me as a young kid learning how to make things like lasagna, Yorkshire puddings, coleslaw, how to make cakes and everything, around about the age of 14. So to me, that was fantastic. And I used to have everyone want to sit beside me in the school canteen because they thought I was cool after a while when they started to realize what I was learning. And I would say that was pretty much the spearhead of what was to become years later. They taught me so much and they really created a hunger. So going back to that thing, I kind of fell into hospitality as a chef, It's not something I was really trying to pursue. It just so happened that there was no other jobs available on that board for me. And the job that I originally wanted to do, sweeping on the grounds of my favorite soccer stadium, years later, I ended up a chef at that soccer stadium. I learned so much. It was a fantastic opportunity, and I really do have an incredible story of how it all began.